Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really appreciate it. For most of you, you're probably out there living your lives. It's Friday night, so hopefully you're being safe while you're doing that. You feel me? Again, a safe reminder. Just don't have anything to drink and drive. You feel me? Or make sure that no one else has had anything to drink while they're driving. Not even a little bit. It's just not worth it. So let's talk about some boomer news to get that out of the way, okay? Like the whole TikTok thing. I feel like TikTok in and of itself, is acting against their own sort of principles, right? I mean, you got a bunch of boomers arguing about the future of TikTok and the Supreme Court holding up the decision to ban TikTok here in America. But wait, there's a provision. There's a 90-day clause in there for the commander in chief to sort of figure things out and collectively offer Meta or Beta. I'm sorry. What is the company that owns uh TikTok? What's the name of that company? Who cares? Who cares? There's like 10 people in this world that care. Anyways, you feel me? It's like old news. And TikTok is so 2020. You feel me? By the time like old people get in on the trends, it has just already basically turned into another Twitter. The last time that somebody very fanciful with a lot of money bought a huge social media website, it was just not that long ago, and that was called the acquisition of Twitter. And we all know that that went lovely. That company has probably made $0. I mean, have you heard of Twitter making any actual money? Regardless, we're sort of forced into these amalgamated conglomerates that we're forced to use, right? So again, like I don't know of anyone who still uses Twitter. I mean, I guess for what it's worth, I'm not talking to 100 people every day, or even that many at all, close to. But like, I just feel that's the case. No one's on Twitter. No one gets news from Twitter. Twitter is just not relevant. And how do you take a profitable company and turn it into nothing? Well, I mean, Mr. Musk seems to be pretty good at that. And sometimes you feel like it is with intention. I mean, if you were that rich, you could do stupid things like that too. But the problem with doing stupid things like that is that it impacts other people. We now know that, like, since his companies have started, tens of thousands of people have been laid off. No companies have ever really made any money. And yeah, I think we've had enough time talked about TikTok. Again, so I feel like people who matter, like young people are already moving on. They've already moved on. Who knows what they're using? Only they know what they're using. I mean, if you're over the age of 65 and you're using TikTok, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's turning into a boomer friendly social media. Maybe that can be the new sort of social media medium. Maybe that can replace Facebook as the quintessential website that offers nothing and makes a ton of money while it does so. And anyways, yeah, isn't that weird? You guys, seriously, like all these companies that make all this money, you almost feel like they don't really make any money because how could they? You feel me? Like it's really ads and stuff only go a certain way, and creators kind of get fed up with having tens of millions of views and only getting kicked down a few $100. So like at some point, trust me, the tides will turn and TikTok will turn into the next Twitter. Something completely irrelevant, something only used by boomers, and something that in 3 months, unfortunately, we'll still be talking about as the world burns. We're still going to be talking about a ban on TikTok and who's ultimately going to buy it, right? Like the weird old looking guy from Shark Tank, or the racist old Dodgers owner, or the world's richest man, or YouTube's largest content creator. Mr. Beast, don't buy TikTok, my guy. Seriously, your career is here on YouTube, and TikTok is a fad. I mean, we've all heard of Vine, right? Like that was probably a lot better, and in retrospect, could have been a lot better of a website had it been properly managed. But seeing as though things that are properly managed end up being thrown out the window for things that are poorly managed and charged an exorbitant amount of money for, I'd see that, that's probably one of the reasons that Vine is no longer around. So now let's talk about some questions that have been on my mind. So see, these are some of the things that I've been pontificating recently. So let's go through this list. What is imitation crab? Who is Willis? This whole thing I got going on. And so also I still don't know who Johnny Boy is. And there's just let's talk about these things. What is imitation crab? I don't know. I'm not sure what imitation crab is. If it's anything at all like the name implies, it's like fake food, And I'm not sure if I'm really into eating fake food. So like I like sushi. Got a soft spot for sushi. Wednesdays at Albertsons used to be Fridays, but Wednesdays now is half off sushi day. Unfortunately, real sushi is very expensive. Even the cheap sushi is very expensive, which I can't wrap my mind around. Like, it's some rice and imitation crab. Like, how much could that possibly cost? I mean, I'm thinking that that price point is well below like 50 cents. So I'm just wondering why I'm paying $14 for some fake food and some rice. So that's something that's been bothering me, right? I'm like, I don't, not sure what's going on here. But imitation crab is like a whole industry that should probably not be around. Like, seriously, I who buy what is imitation crab good for? I don't understand. It offers no nutritional value. It's not real, and people charge a lot of money for it. So kudos to all those silly people out there who continue to drop loads of money on fake food. I guess more power to you. I'm not sure what kind of health you're in, but hopefully it's good. I hope that it's not bad. I'm not wishing bad things. I'm just saying not too many good things can come from eating fake food. Or at least that's what I would think to be true. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, anything at all like that, but I'm just wondering what imitation crab is, okay? Johnny Boy. Still don't know who Johnny Boy is. And Willis, you know, I believe the quote is, "What you talking about, Willis?" It took me all day to remember that. I don't know what show it's from. I don't know who says it, but it's like a meme, and I'm for it, but I'm wondering more about Willis. And I'm actually planning on making this entire documentary on who Willis is, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who might also know of, the Willis thing, but we're not really quite sure who Willis is. So we might have to figure that all out together. Um, that's really all that I've been thinking about. Oh, also for some personal stuff, I did get a job today, so that was good. I'm starting sometime next week, and I think it's not what I had applied for or what I thought I'd be doing at all, but at this point, I gotta tell you, I really don't care. I really don't. I've reached a point in my life where I don't care. Not, I don't care. I don't care. It's nice to have a job, and I'm gonna go to that job, and I've told myself that I really have to stick with it. I'm going into this thing like with a year on my target area, so I'm just trying to be productive for 1 year. As I continue to grow this YouTube channel, the eBay store continues to be successful. And so while those things happen, I will be trying to contribute money to my household, because I haven't done that since forever at all. Instead, I've just been losing a lot. You feel me? Taking a lot of L's. All of them finance related, and then obviously the other half of that is I just got through a really rad couple of years as it concerns the kind of stress that is taken upon oneself and that goes to your body if you continue to make dumb decisions like I did for a long time these last few years. Something that I continue to pay for, both physically, financially, mentally. Kids. don't do drugs. I'm dead serious on that because, it's not like I'm saying it's not something that should not be experimented with. Holy potatoes, I didn't, and I'm not advocating for any illegal usage of anything at all like that. I'm just saying that we live in America and the social culture here is um, a bit different, It's a bit different as it concerns being in big groups and having the college experience and the things that you'll be presented with and so forth. It's just there always can be way too much of anything, if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but nonetheless, it ends up impacting you in so many more negative ways than you could possibly ever imagine. And I feel like it's one thing to be told that, and it's another thing to go through that and learn from the experience in and of itself. Although it can be argued that you shouldn't be so dumb when people provide these kinds of warnings to oneself as it concerns their daily decision making. You feel me? So I don't know, I'm nobody. I'm not saying that it's okay to do or use or experiment with anything at all. I'm just saying that I myself have had a very negative experience with experimenting and the usage of illicit substances. And so, because of that, I'm very anti doing what I believe to be dumb stuff. You feel me? Now, again, all with a grain of salt, that's just how I feel about it. I'm not trying to make you at home mad or upset or anything at all. I'm simply trying to entertain you, and that's what I hope that I'm doing. I thank you for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. Another 13 minutes or so has gone by in our own little world here. Thank you very much for being a part of my world and my sort of weird perspective on how things are going. And again, shout out to all the boomers who are trying to save TikTok for some odd reason. It really is disheartening, and I hope that young people are just as fed up with like people over the age of 70 trying to dictate what is appropriate for consumers to consume, when they're like literally 4 or 5 generations removed from them, but they know better. Not really. If you led by example, we would be following an example that has done nothing but harm to this world and damage to the people that live within it. And that's a problem. So I feel like we need to really talk about those things in a constructive manner. Not like. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a really good night. Thank you very much again. And if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. It helps the channel out a ton. And if not, at least hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Either way, it helps out. Have a good night, alright? And to the woman who, is leaving me some weird, I don't, I'm a lot better with clear communication. I understand that more than I understand anything else at all. Even if it's, weird or, you don't, I just let a guy know what's going on. It's not okay to play with people's feelings. That's all that I'm saying. And it's whatever, right? Because women are complicated. And I'm just a normal, straight, hetero dude who's trying to navigate the waters of women. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to figure it out, I'm sure I'll spend the rest of my life trying to figure that out. They're very complicated people. I mean, if we could all just be so simple as me, I have 5 things on my want list, and they're all pretty simple, and they all require no money and nothing other than just yourself. You feel me? So I thank you again. Have a really good night. I'm just rambling on at this point. I wish I had more to talk to you guys about. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice and I should be doing more, but the time isn't quite right yet, and I don't have the kind of resources that I need to make the kinds of moves that I need to make. You feel me? With growing of the channel, but we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We can't give up now. It would be really stupid to give up now. Trust me. I've done dumber things, but I feel like giving up at this point on this channel or the eBay store or anything that's showing a little bit of hope in the future would be a very dumb thing to do. So thanks for watching my show. Bye.